Hi there everybody, it is Chef Carol and I'm going to show you how to make your first observation inside your Cook Grow journal. So I've almost finished decorating the cover of mine. I'm going to put it aside, except I may open it up to a page. There's my Make Your Name with Nature pages. And I've got a blank page here, so I'm going to use that to glue my scientific observation onto. So most of your prompts for your seed entries are going to ask you to put some very particular pieces of information on the top of your page before you start your observation or the prompt. So what you're going to do is just take a blank piece of paper. You could either use this. This is like a nice size to put on here, or you could use a big piece of paper that you're going to glue in. You could even take a piece of paper and fold it in half to glue in, which, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. So, when a field scientist is making observations, they're doing two very different things. One type is called a qualitative observation, and that's just using your own senses. It's what you as the field scientist can see, can hear, can smell, can taste, touch, and even what you feel, what your feelings are. But before I make those types of observations, I want to make sure if I'm keeping a record of the date, the time, the location, and the weather. So the first thing I'm going to write is the date. So you can write the word date if you want, or you could just write the date. So today is, I'm going to do short form, Monday, September 14th, 2020. Now, very often a field scientist does not use any words at all. They just sketch. And if you just want to sketch this information, that is perfectly fine. I've written the date. The next thing I'm going to write is what time it is. Now, the time can be done two ways. We can make it a qualitative observation, which is just using your own senses, and in which I would say it is, I'm going to write this, it's time to go home. Or you could make it a quantitative observation, and I could use my watch and I can say, oh, it's 2:45 p.m. So I'm going to do both a quantitative and a qualitative observation. The next thing I'm going to write is my location. So my location is where I am, and I am right now inside the nutrition lab at Otay Elementary School. I'm just going to put nutrition lab. And again, you could draw pictures here if you wanted to. You don't have to write words if you don't want. And the last thing is the weather. So again, for the weather, we could do this either qualitative observation, which is just using my senses. I'm going to do that one. I can say it's hot, it's humid, these are all H words, it's hazy. But if I wanted to make that a quantitative observation, I actually could look at the news, look at a paper, the TV, to find out exactly what the temperature is. And that would be a different type of observation. So I just want to show you something really cool. If you didn't want to make it like this, you actually could take your piece of paper and you could go like this in the corners. You could write date. Over here you could do time. Over here you could do location. Remember, this is your Cook Grow journal, and you can do this any way you want. Field scientists also make journals that are their personal journals, and usually their observations are just for themselves. Most of our observations that we're going to be making for these journal entries are going to be qualitative. They're going to be based on what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, and what you feel. In fact, a lot of our journal prompts are going to be about feelings and things that we think and things that we feel. So that is how you make your first observation. They're all going to start with this. Now, the next piece that you're going to do this is for your second journal entry, is you're going to use your 5 senses to list what you see. So I'm going to write, I'm going to see an empty classroom. an empty class. Next sense is my hearing. I hear, and I'm going to close my eyes a minute. And inside the classroom, I hear a fan. I hear the water running somewhere. And even outside, I can hear children outside that are playing. See, hear, what am I missing? Oh, I smell. So Chef Carol smells a lot right now because we have been in the nutrition lab today filming some videos on making your layered soup. So I smell, I'm just gonna say, something yummy. So once again, these are qualitative observations. They're just my senses. I taste. So right now I don't taste anything. I'm gonna stick my tongue out. I'm gonna say, I taste nothing. Next I'm gonna say, I feel. So I'm gonna use this one for what I feel in my heart. So I actually feel a few things. I feel a little bit tired. I feel excited that all of you are going to learn how to make a Cook Road journal and learn how to make observations as a field scientist would. And I feel like I'm going to underline it. I'm going to underline it in colors. I really, 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 I'm going to write this, miss you. I miss all of my students at Otay Elementary. So I'm going to actually glue this onto this page like this. And I'm done for now, but inside, I think I'll do a really cool picture. I'm not sure what I'm going to draw yet. So that's how you make your first journal entry. Many of you for this entry are going to do this observation right inside your home wherever you are. But some of you are actually going to go outside to do your journal entry. You're going to ask whoever the grown-up is who's taking care of you to come with you, and you're going to go outside, and that's where you're going to make that observation. And some of you who are in 4th, 5th, and 6th are going to go outside with a grown-up at nighttime, and you're going to make your observation then. So that is how you make your entry for how to make an observation. And again, most of all of your observation prompts are always going to start with the date, the time, the location, and the weather. And they will probably be different every time you make the observation. And we're done for this lesson.